How are we doing, guys? If I sound a little bit off, it's because I got really bad hay fever. Don't know if any of you guys suffer. How are you feeling today? First bad day of the year for me. Be alright now, but just feeling a bit worse for weather. How's all your Easter weekends been, alright? Hi, Michelle. Yes, some people had their first competitions this weekend, didn't they? How did it all go, guys? You had a good result, Andrew, didn't you? You had a win. I got really bad hay fever, Michelle. First bad day of the year. I get it really bad every year, but this is the first day of this year that's been really bad. Whoa. I'm gonna start walking around, I think. Excuse me. Apologies for the sneezing, guys, and the spluttering tonight. You'll have to bear with me, alright? Couple more minutes and we'll get started. Physically, I feel normal, so there's no problem going along with the session. It's just I sound like I've got a cold, and I am aware, so I do apologise. I'll try and speak clearly. I'm not exactly clear at the best of times, am I? So I'll do my best, but apologies if I'm sniffling and that kind of thing. Obviously not ideal, but there's not really much I can do either. So another minute then while everyone loads in, and then we'll get cracking. First few movements, we're going to make use of something that we sit on, so if you guys use a chair or whatever you use, that's fine. Oh, it's nice that when I close my eyes it doesn't burn so much. Right, 30 seconds left, guys, and we will get going. Final few stragglers left to load on. We'll even give them a chance. Hi, happy Monday. Alright, that's 5 minutes for me. That's enough time for anyone who wants to join in to have loaded in. So as always, guys, I like to start these off with an MET, muscle energy technique. And today we're going to do the 4 sign one again. Okay, so left ankle over the top of right knee. The reason I use this one a lot is because generally it's one that people struggle with. So let's work on it. Left ankle over the side of your right knee, hand on the inside of your left knee and push up into your hand at about 20%. You know the score now. Into position and off you go. Just keep it nice and gentle, guys. Just try to really start linking with your breathing now. Think about what you're doing. Down, shake it off, straight back up, off you go. Relax, shake it off again. Back up then, guys. Third one. Off you go. And relax. Last one coming up. Back into position. And off you go. Good, and relax. We're going to swap legs now. So cross the other leg over. Into position then. Okay, off you go. Christ. And relax, shake it out, back up, and number 2, off you go. And relax, shake it out, back up, and again. Remember, it's only 20%, guys. Some people get pushed into push it. Some people get drawn into pushing too hard. This is low intensity. Reciprocal inhibition is how this actual thing works. One side tenses, the other side relaxes, giving you more mobility. Foot goes down, shake it out. Last one, into position, and off you go. Good stuff, and relax. Well done, stay where you are. Okay, we're going to do the lateral bends now. So let's keep our seat bums on the seat. Keep them down. Once you feel it start lifting, that's the end of that movement range, and start taking it back. Remember, we're between 2 panes of glass that we don't want to smash. We're moving side to side. Try to think about the lower part of your back moving, not just the top bit, yeah? So we're letting our lumbar spine curve push the opposite side down. Dig into the heel as we go to the right, okay? So we're going to do 5 each side. Ready? Off you go. Nice and slow. those seat bones down. Give you a couple of seconds for those who haven't finished doing their 10. Well done. Good stuff. So you guys stay seated forward. I'm going to turn around so you can see what's happening. We're going to do the blackthorns. Remember when we do this and then all the way into the back? We're going to do them seated. So this time we've got a little bit less leeway with regards to how you can put your body to make it work. Our hips are going to stay square because we're seated on it. Seated, because we're seated on it. So I'm going to turn around so you can see. I'm going to have to sit a bit squiffy, but you can see what's happening. Okay, so we're going to go out. We go palms down, shoulder blades are back and together. From this position, palms up. Remember, we touch between, squeeze the elbows together, back out, turn it around, and bring it back down. Okay, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Try to stay as upright as possible, alright? Okay, first rep then. Shoulder blades, back and down. Palms down, and off you go. Rotate. Hands in. Squeeze. Fold out. Rotate down. And then we get handcuffed. And then take it back. Then we're going to do 2 more reps. Nice and slow. There's my 3. How did you find it? Easier than the last time? It's a harder position to do it from seated. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did feel a little bit harder. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to still use our chair. Again, you guys don't need to change any positions. You can just turn around and face the chair. We're going to do the prayer stretch. Yeah, so elbows on the edge of your seat. Hands together. That's why it's called the prayer stretch, isn't it? If you're able to pull them apart, you're going to get an extra stretch off that. If you can't, don't worry about it. So we put our knees back, and then from this position, I'm going to put my head between my hands, and we're just going to stretch our lats, okay? And open up the thoracic spine into extension. Ready? Off you go. Okay, head back up and through, relax. Take the pressure off your lats. I'm going to do it one more time. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Head back up. Good work, guys, well done. You can move your chair now, whatever it is you are using. That's the end of that for now. Alright. So what we're going to do, a couple more stretches. A little bit of hip mobility stuff. And then we're going to go into some glute work. And then we're going to finish off with some balance work, okay? So just 5-point and 6-point rock at this point. We'll do it face in. Put our hands under our shoulders. You want to put your knees just a little bit wider than your hip. Try to keep your back as flat as possible, but as you move, allow it to flex and extend. So it's a bit of a spine mobility and hip mobility drill. So we're looking to do this. And take all our hips all the way through and all the way back. Nice and slow. Okay, and I'll do that from the side. So hands under shoulders, knees just outside hips. We go all the way back and then all the way forward. Okay, now weight at the top. So what we're going to do now is the 5-point rock. So we just put one leg out to the side. And it's the exact same thing. We're just rocking back and forth. We don't go all the way through now though. So we go till our hands are just underneath our shoulders to there. You should feel the stretch on the inside of the leg that's outstretched. Some nice groans, is there? I bet. Okay, bring that leg in, swap legs, other leg goes out. Same thing, off you go. Okay, both legs in again. Bring them a bit closer this time. Exact same thing. We're not going all the way through. We're just going in nice and close, giving those hips some compression, getting the blood flowing. Okay, now eyes forward. Turn our feet out if you can. Either side. Yeah? Can you see how they turned out now? They're not over there. We've got that external rotation of the hip. We're going to be rocking like this now. So there's going to be less movement. Needs to be way slower, way more controlled. And again, you're going to feel the stretch on the inside of your hip. Some people will be able to do this a lot easier than others. And when I say that, I mean a lot easier than me. Really feel the stretch as you move. Keep breathing. Okay, knees come back in, all the way in this time. And again, we're just moving back and forth. Get some compression through your hip. Okay, back to neutral now. So knees are just underneath your hips. I want you to come back. Stretch your right hand underneath your left. Just feel the rotation there. And after you've held that for about 5 seconds, let's do a few reps. Okay, relax. We go back to the other side. So right hand stays down, sit back, left hand through, sit on that stretch. And then a couple of rotations there. Okay, cool. So we're going to do our glute series now. So the first thing we're going to do is the bird dog. Now again, when we're doing the bird dog, it looks like what people are trying to do is lift their leg up, right? But what we're looking for is a tight core, so that when we move our legs, our core doesn't move anymore. So you've got to brace through the midline as we're doing these movements. When you lift your leg away, ideally I want a straight line across the top. I don't want you extending back so that your leg is up higher than your back. It should be dead flat. Okay? Push your heel away. That's going to engage your glute. That's what we're looking for. We don't want this to be a lower back workout. Obviously your lower back's going to be worked because it's going to be involved in the bracing, but we want the movement to come from the glute. Okay, now it's quite hard because sometimes you're unaware. And if I say to you, I want you to lift your leg up and make it level, sometimes you'll do this because you think it's level. But of course it's above, isn't it? Yeah? So, take your time. Think about bracing your core beforehand. Like so. I'm squeezing now. And now let's move. Heel goes away. I'm trying not to rotate. Trying to make it as level as possible. And then bring it back. And we're going to do 5 on each leg, guys, okay? And that's the bird dog. Let's have a go. I'm going to hold each rep for about 3 seconds to make sure we're feeling it in the right places, yeah? Okay. Into position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Brace your core. And we're going to go 5 reps on the right leg. In 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Push that heel away. 2, 3, and back. Rep number 2. Off you go. Heel away. 1, 2, 3, and back. Rep number 3. Heel away. 1, 2, 3, and back. Rep number 4, push away. 2, 3, and back. And last rep, push away, heel away. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's swap sides. Okay, left leg now. Ready? Off you go. Heel away, 1, 2, 3. Second rep. 1, 2, 3. Third rep. Brace that core, guys. Don't forget. 4th rep. And final rep. Good. And relax. How was it? Where did you feel it? Should be feeling it in your glutes and your hamstrings, yeah? Okay, so we're going to lie on our side now. Now, ideally let's stack our hips so the one is directly above the other. I like to put my hand here to make sure I don't rotate too far forward. And then from this position we're just lifting our legs up. So we start working this muscle here, okay? And we're going to do 8 on each leg. So make sure those hips are stacked. And let's go. Right, stack it up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, and then onto your other leg, so you can just roll over. Obviously I'll be facing the wall if I do that, that's no good. So when you're ready, another 8. Make sure those hips are stacked. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Off we go. Good. Once you've done those 8, you can sit up. Well done. How'd that feel? So we're going to do that same circuit one more time, okay? So feeling that there then, yeah? It's like the side hip muscle, it's your adductor muscles, yeah? Try to do that. Oof. Oh. Okay, so let's get back down to the bird dog. We're going to do 5 each way again. 5 each side again, sorry. And again, if you're feeling it in the hamstrings, that's alright. Think about pushing your heel away, you should feel it in your glute. Actively try to turn your glute on, yeah? Your butt muscle. You're not far away if you're feeling it in the hamstring. So just a little bit more work. Okay, into position. Alright, 5 reps on the right leg. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And once you've done the 5 on the one leg, feel free to swap over in your own time, guys. Try your best to avoid the rotation as well from the core. Fight it, stay braced. Off you go. Good stuff. Going to go down to the side lying leg raises. Make sure those hips are stacked. And in your own time, guys, 8 reps. Nice and slow. Off you go. Swap to your other leg when you're ready, guys. Okay, I'm away. Nice and slow. Really take it to the end range, yeah? Control it. Wow, good work, well done. Give a couple of secs for everyone to catch up. As I say, it's not a race. Okay, we're just going to stretch the muscles that we use there now, just to loosen them off a bit. So if you're able to cross your legs, you can cross your left leg, and then you can take your right leg over the other side. So you're sitting here, this is called fire stack, I think. And I want you to grab your elbow. I'll show you an alternative now if you can't do this. Link between your arm, you got that grip there, and then twist into it, and you'll feel the stretch on the outside of your glute. Now if you can't cross your legs, it's the exact same thing, but with a straight leg. Twist. Okay? So whatever version suits you is absolutely fine. Let's get into position now. Into position then. Twist into it. Feel that stretch on the outside of your glute. Off you go. And let the body come back to neutral. And we're going to swap sides. So right leg goes out, swap the legs. Into position now. And off you go. Relax. So both feet out now. We're finished there. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of balance work just before we finish. So those of you with shoes on, now's the time to take them off, alright? We're also going to do a bit of work with a weight. If you've got one, you don't have to have one now, okay? So I use a fairly light weight, about 9 kilos. Pick one that's nice and easy for you to use. Okay? And what we're going to do, if you don't want to pass the weight through, you're just going to concentrate on standing nice and balanced with one leg up. Turn that posterior chain on, okay? For those of you who want to have a go with the weight, you come up, pass the weight under, and pass it back. And that's 1 rep. We're going to swap legs, and we're going to do that the same, and we're going to do it for 5 on each leg, okay? 5 in total. If that makes sense, just going to grab a drink. Okay, into position. I'm going to go left leg first. Let's try and stay nice and upright, squeeze that whole posterior chain, alright? Okay, those of you who aren't doing the pass through, let's try and get your knee up nice and high. Make it a little bit harder for you. Okay, off we go. Swap sides once you passed it through and back. Good. Rep number 2 then. Don't need to be dead still, guys. You know, you're not perfect. You've got to use those muscles to balance and counteract the shakes. That's the point, yeah? 4 on each leg now. Use that foot, grab the floor. Good, and last rep on each leg. Good work. Well done, guys. That's us done for another session. Well done. Good job. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, a couple of new things, was there? Yeah, a couple of new things. But then now things are getting more familiar for you, hopefully. So you're going to start to feel that should be able to start seeing some improvements in places for sure. As I always say, you know, actively try and think of things starting to feel easier in day-to-day life. Specific movements feeling easier, you're aching less from them, feeling stronger, feeling more stable. Keep thinking of these things. Progress is slow, so it's important you identify when it's happening to keep you motivated to keep going. I promise you that if you do the full course, you're going to feel so much better than when you started. You need to just do these little things now to just keep in your mind knowing that you are progressing, because I promise that you are. So, well done. Those of you still with us, start of week 3, let's keep it going. Those of you who followed along live, I appreciate the company, you know I always do. Next session for us now is Wednesday. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See you in the next one.